Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Orchid Hut. My name is Dana, and today this is going to be part one of an orchid shopping field trip that I took last Saturday. So I visited probably, I don't know, 4 or 5, maybe 6 different nurseries on the hunt, of course, for orchids. And I found some real treasures, not only in the plants, but also in some of the pots and accessories and a few things for creative orchid potting and decorative type things. So I'm really excited to share last Saturday with you. I'll probably divide this video into 2 parts, a morning session and then the afternoon session, because otherwise it would be too long, I'm afraid. And I have made a point to feature each of the nurseries that I visited. Many of them, especially those that had corporate clients for orchids and tropical plants in office buildings, have really suffered during the pandemic, because many people were working from home, and you know, the corporate clients that they once had no longer needed to really furnish their offices with plants and tropicals. So if you live in the local Houston area, please visit these nurseries, because they could use your business and they depend on us now as individuals so that they can stay open and continue to stock and sell orchids. So having said all that, I really hope you enjoy the video. I'm going to throw in some of the little interesting things that happened along the way. And up next is the first nursery. The weather in Houston last Saturday was not all that great. It was very cloudy and we knew we would be in for some rain, but that did not stop us from taking our orchid shopping field trip extravaganza. The first stop was Tanglewood Flowers and Garden. They were beautifully decorated for the season with pumpkins and all kinds of colorful tropical plants. Their orchids were made into arrangements that were just really stunning. They had a formal florist shop on site, and this would be a great place to purchase a gift, like a housewarming gift. I did not buy anything here because I just wasn't looking for formal Phalaenopsis arrangements. However, their items were just gorgeous, and it's worth a stop, especially if you're looking for a gift. The website link is in the description below. Welcome to Houston. When it rains, it pours. When it pours, it floods. And when it floods, you fall into potholes. Fortunately, it did not rain like this all day. There was still a bit of drizzle, but we were not to be deterred. We next visited Joshua's. They have an eclectic collection of very lush green tropical plants, statues, garden art, and more pots than you can even begin to imagine. This was where I really scored, because I collect Mexican pottery, but there's a certain pattern that I use for my orchids around the Orchid Hut. And their collection is so extensive that I was actually able to match the pattern that I had already begun collecting. The link to Joshua's is in the description below. Next up was Formosa Orchid Garden. It's a true Phalaenopsis greenhouse, but they do have some other types of orchids here. They can all be purchased. I think I will just let the videos do the talking from this point on. Many of the larger Phalaenopsis were already reserved by other customers, but I did purchase a small mini Phalaenopsis as well as a Cymbidium. The rain got better, but the roads didn't. Next up was lunch at Cedar Creek Grill. It just so happens that there was a pop-up plant sale next door to the grill, and we were able to walk around and visit that. At the end of this video, I will be back to show you my purchases from the morning nursery visits. These are the two Mexican pottery pots that I purchased from Joshua's. What makes them match is the little dots raised on the surface of the pot, as well as the red and the blue colored rims. And then from Formosa, I purchased this grassy looking Cymbidium, and the name of it is Valerie Forest. And last but not least from Formosa, this mini Phalaenopsis no ID. Everyone has room for one more Phalaenopsis, right? Thank you so much for watching my field trip into Houston on the hunt for orchids. Thank you to all the new subscribers. I appreciate your likes for my videos as well as your comments. Stay tuned for part 2 of my field trip. There's a lot more to come. Thanks for watching.